Back to the class. This is yours JK. Today we are going to solve one model problem related to design of V-belt drive. For that purpose, here I am consider one previous problem related to JNTK University R13 regulation 2016 set number 3 paper. Let's see the problem. It is required to select a V-belt drive to connect a 15 kilowatts on 2880 rpm normal torque AC motor. So here we are going to prefer or design a V-belt drive for the purpose of to connect the AC motor at the speed of 2880 rpm and 15 kilowatts power. That motor we are going to connect for a centrifugal pump. The centrifugal pump running at approximately 2400 rpm. That is the speed of the centrifugal pump provided here for a service of 18 hours per day. That AC on a centrifugal pumps are working 18 hours per day. The center distance should be approximately 400. That means the center distance between the two pulleys is 400 mm here. Assume that a pitch diameter of driving pulley is 125 mm. So this is about the problem. So based on the provided data, we are going to select a suitable V-belt drive to connect the AC motor to centrifugal pump. So first of all, write down the given data, what is provided in the problem. Given data. Here the power is provided, it is denoted by P of 15 kilowatts, and after that a speed of the motor, it is denoted by N1, that is equal to 2880 rpm, and after that pump speed also provided here, it is denoted by N2, that is the 2400 rpm, and after that a service of working hours is provided 18 hours per day. Okay, and after that the center distance between the two pulleys, it is denoted by capital C, that is 400 mm here, 400 mm. Finally, the pitch diameter of the driving pulley, it is denoted by a D2, that is equal to 125 mm. So this is about the provided data. So by using this data, we are going to design a suitable belt drive for the given applications. So let's start the problem. Draw the given diagram based on the conditions. So it is the pump pulley, and this one is the motor one, motor pulley. The center distance here is given 400 mm, and after that here we have two speeds of pump and as well as a motor. The speed of the motor indicates N1 and as well as the speed of the pump indicates N2. Here we know what is the N1, 2880 rpm, and this one is the 2400. And here we have now one more value, that is the diameter of driving pulley 125 mm. So this is about the given data. So based on the data, first of all, here we are going to find out the what is the diameter of motor. So for that purpose, we know N1 by N2 equal to D2 by D1. So with the help of this one, we are going to find out the what is the diameter of motor. Here N1 is the speed of the motor and N2 is the speed of the pump. Similarly, D2 is the diameter of the pump and D1 is the diameter of motor. So from this one, D1 equal to D2 into N2 by N1. By substituting these values, what we get here, the D1 equal to what is the D2 value here? 125 into what about N2? 2400 whole divided by what about the N1? 2880. So by simplifying this one, we get the what is the diameter of motor. So that is equal to 104 mm. So this is about the diameter of motor. So with the help of the diameter of motor and the diameter of pump, we are going to find out the alpha value. So it's better to write down what is the obtained values here. So the D1 equal to 104 mm. How we are going to find out the alpha value here? We know sin alpha equal to D2 minus D1 whole divided by 2 into C. So here D2 is the diameter of pump and D1 is the diameter of motor. The C is the center distance between the two pulleys. Substitute those values here. 125 minus 104 whole divided by 2 into 400. So by simplifying this one, here we get the sin alpha value. So that is equal to 0.0262. So this is about the sin alpha value. From this one, alpha equal to sin inverse 0.0262. Therefore, here alpha equal to 1.50. So this is about the alpha value. With the help of this alpha value, we are going to find out what is the arc of contact between the belt to pulley. Let's see that one. Here what about that alpha? That is equal to 1.50. The arc of contact, theta equal to what we have defined, the theta equal to 180 minus 2 alpha. So here we know what is the value of alpha. By substituting that alpha, we get the theta value here. That is equal to 180 minus 2 into 1.50. Ultimately, what is the theta here? 180 minus 3, that is equal to 177 degrees. This is about the value of theta in degrees condition. For the purpose of find out the ratio of tension in the belt, it's better to convert the theta in the form of radians. So for that purpose, that radians equal to theta into pi by 180. So here we know the value of theta 177 into pi by 180. So by simplifying this one, we get the radians value that is equal to 3.01 approximately. So this is about the radians value. Here we know each and every value. Let's start with the design process of V-belt drive. So let us consider the theta equal to 177 degrees and in the form of radians that is equal to 3. We know the first step in the design of V-belt drive, that is the belt to velocity V, that is equal to pi d n by 60. So the velocity is derived with the help of motor speed and as well as the motor diameter, or pump speed and as well as pump diameter. So whatever we get the velocity of the belt. So here I am considering the pump speed and as well as pump diameter. The diameter of the pump is 125 mm. Convert it is into meters into what is the speed of the pump here? 2400 whole divided by 60. So by simplifying this one, we get the value of velocity. The velocity equal to 15.7 meter per second. So this is about the velocity of the belt. And next we are going to find out about the power transmitted by belt. Power transmitted by belt. So that is equal to P equal to T1 minus T2 into V by 1000 kilowatts. This 1000 indicates the unit conversion here. And here we know what is the P, that is equal to 15 into 10 to the power of 3 into 3, that is equal to T1 minus T2 into what about the V? Here V is the 15.7. So by simplifying this one, we get the value of T1 minus T2. Therefore, T1 minus T2 that is equal to 15 into 10 to the power of 3 whole divided by 15.7. By simplifying this one, we get the value of difference between tight side of the belt and to slack side of the belt. The T1 minus T2 equal 955 newtons, 955 newtons approximately. So this is about the difference between tight side and slack side of the belt. This is about the second step in the design of V-belt. Go to the next step. That is the ratio of tension in belt. Ratio of tension in belt. That is equal to T1 by T2, that is equal to e power mu into theta dash divided by sin alpha by 2. So this is the form to find out the T1 by T2 value here. Here we know theta dash is the radians conversion and alpha is the a value of bottom side of the belt angle, and here we doesn't know what is the coefficient of friction. So for that purpose of coefficient of friction, in general way, a maximum in any type of belt, the value of coefficient of friction is 0.3 range. So consider that the value of coefficient of friction here. By substituting these values, we get the T1 by T2 ratio. The T1 by T2, that is equal to e power 0.3 into, what about this theta dash in the radians? 3 divided by sine alpha value is the 1.50 divided by 2. So by simplifying this one, we get the, what is the T1 by T2? So the T1 by T2 equal to, we get the 0.75. What is the sign 0.75? Take that 0.75 value and dividing this one, we get the T1 by T2 value. The T1 by T2 equal to here, we get the 69.2. So this is about the ratio of tension in the belt. So with the help of this one, T1 equal to 69.2 into T2. So in this equation, we know the difference between T1 and T2. With the help of this equation, we know the value of T1. By substituting this value of T1 here, we get the T1 and T2 values here. So let's see that one. I think it's better to write down the obtained values here. T1 equal to 69.2 T2 and T1 minus T2 equal to 955 newtons. T1 minus T2 equal to 955 newtons. And T1 by T2 equal to, what we get the value over here? 69.2 newtons. So consider these two are equation 1 and equation 2. So with the help of these two equations, so T1 equal to 69.2 T2. Substitute this T1 value in the equation 1. So what we get here? 69.2 T2 minus T2, that is equal to 955 newtons. So by simplifying this one, what we get here? The T2 equal to 955 divided by 68.2. So let's see this one. Ultimately, when we are simplifying this equation, we get the T2 value here, that is equal to 14 newtons. So this is about the T2. Here we know the value of T2. By using this T2 value, we are going to find out what is the value of T1. So here what we know, the T1 equal to 69.2 into T2. Here we know the value of T2. Substitute that value here. The T1 equal to 69.2 into 14. So ultimately, by simplifying this one, we get the T1 equal to 969 newtons approximately. So this is about the T1 and T2 values. And next we are going to find out about a centrifugal tension. So what is the centrifugal tension act in the belt? So write down the T1 and T2 values here. The T1 equal to 969 newtons and the T2 equal to 14 newtons. in the belt. Let's see the centrifugal tension in the belt. What we know? The T equal to mass into velocity square. So here we doesn't know value of the mass. Let's find out the mass of the belt. What we know mass of the belt? Area into length of the belt into density. Here we are consider the V belts and flat belts are maximum for. We doesn't know what is the length here, so that's why it's considered as 1 meter. And here the density is the standard value for the materials of V belts, that is 1110 kg per meter cube. In case of the value of density is given the problem, consider that value. If it is not given that, it is the standard value for V belt, right? And next, how we are going to find out the area? That area is width into thickness. We doesn't know these two values. For that purpose, we prefer the design data book to consider these two values here with the help of given problem considerations. Okay, let's see this one. In the given problem, we know how much amount of power is to be transferred with the help of that belt drive. In the given problem, the value is 15 kilowatts. So let's see in this table number 22.1 in V belts. Here we have a different type of power ranges, 0.5 to 2 to 15, 7.5 to 75. So that's a here I prefer the belt, that means cross section symbol B. Why? Because with the help of our belt drive, it is transferred a 15 kilowatts power. So that's why here I am selected type B, 2 to 5 kilowatts rate. In this condition, let's see the what is the pitch diameter of the pulley. That is 125 mm. It is also provided in our problem. In that particular region, consider the what is the thickness of the belt, that is the 11 mm, and as well as the what is the area of the belt, that is the 119 mm square. So let us consider these values for the further design of the belt drive. So here what is the area of 119 mm square. So convert it into meters. That's why 0.119 into 1 into what is the density here? 1110. So by simplifying this one, we get the mass of the belt here. So that M equal to 132 kgs. This is about the mass of the belt. So by using this mass of the belt, let's find out the what is the centrifugal tension in the belt. Here M equal to 132 into what is the velocity? 15.7 whole square. So ultimately what we get the value of centrifugal tension here, the T equal to square 132. By multiplying this one, we get the 32558 approximately. This is about the centrifugal tension acting on the belt. Go to the next step, that is the design power. Here how we are going to find out the design power. This is the fifth step here. Design power. PD equal to PR, that is the rated power, into service factor by arc of contact factor into KL. So let's see, here the rated power we know of 15 kilowatts. We doesn't know what is the service factor and arc of contact factor. For that purpose, here we prefer the design data handbook. Let's see the table number 22.2, correction factor or industrial service factor. Here if you find out the, in the given problem, we know the what is the need of that belt. That means what is the purpose of that belt we are designed to connect the AC motor and centrifugal pump. In that AC motors condition, we know what is the time, working time. In that problem, what is the working time? 18 hours per day. So that way, if you find out this one, over 16 hours and the continuous service. So over 60 hours in continuous service, what is the service factor here? That is the 1.3. That is the service factor value. And next, how we are going to consider the arc of contact value. In that arc of contact value, we know what is the value of arc of contact. In that problem, what we get the value here, 177 degrees. Using the table number 22.3, with the help of arc of contact factor value, consider the what is the Ka value. Here we have two types of belts, VV type, V flat. So for that purpose of these applications, here I am consider the VV type. In case of problem, mention which type of belt. Then using the given condition, consider that proper value. Here there is a no mention about the type of belt. That's why in the VV belt condition, I am consider the what is the Ka value. That is the 0.99. And the KL value is the constant, that is equal to 1 here. Let's substitute. Ks is 1.3. What about the K? 0.99 into the KL value is always 1. So by simplifying this one, we get the design power value, the PD equal to 0.1 into 3. So that is equal to 21 kilowatts. So this is about the design power, and next we are going to find out a number of belts required, the number of belts required. So the number of belts required here, that I equal to PD by PS. So the PD is the design power, we know that value, and PS is the specified power. 21 by what is the specified power here? It is the 50. Approximately we get the 1.5. Here the number of belts required is 1.5. So this is about the how many number of belts required for these applications. And next we are going to find out what is the length of the belt in the given condition. I think it is the final step here. Length of the belt. So it is indicated by capital L, that is equal to 2 into C plus pi by 2 into D minus small d. So that capital D, it is nothing but the pump diameter, and small d is the motor diameter, plus d minus small d whole square by 4c. So it is the form to find out the length of the belt. So let's substitute the values here. We know what is the center distance between the two pulleys, that is the 400 mm, and the capital D is nothing but the pump diameter. We know that value, and small d is the motor diameter. We are already find out that value. Substitute those values here, that L equal to 2 into 400 plus pi by 2 into 125 minus 104 plus 125 minus 104 whole square divided by 4 into 400. So by simplifying this one, we get the what is the length of the belt here. 833 mm. So this is about the length of the belt required for given applications. It is the way to find out the suitable belt for given applications. Practice more problems to get the much more knowledge related to design of V-belt drives. And this is about the today class. In the next class, we are going to discuss about remaining concepts related to design of mission members
If you have any queries regarding this lecture, please comment in comment box, and thank you for your watching.